Uh, Dan, let's watch a video here, and I want you to talk a little bit about.
Sure.
We'll watch a couple seconds of this, and then you can talk a little bit about what's happened and ask these guys some questions.
Hey guys, this is Gary Lechner Electric. Today we're going to be working on some overhead. We're going to be relocating some lights. We're going to be working on roofing as well, installing boxes, running MC cable, installing some pipes, running some flex. What are some hazards we're going to run into today? Sure.
Of course, with the MC, make sure you take care of yourself, of your hands with gloves. You can get cut working with sharp edges, and the MC, the edge of the MC.
Oh, I just paused it. It goes on like that for another minute or two, right? So just for the sake of time. So Dan, either ask questions or share, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to ask a couple questions, but just to tee this up, this was a project in San Antonio. We're working with our trade partners, trying to help improve these daily planning huddles. So it starts out a very simple process. We ask them if they feel like they'd like to save some time, help improve their quality of their planning huddles, and also help reduce accidents on their jobs. Yeah, everybody nods their head. It's great. We decided to roll this process out. So this was after a couple coaching sessions with our regional safety manager. They start out like reading, like the one, like the show, like the before, right? Jamie, the guy reading the sheet of paper, and everybody's just kicking the floor, arms crossed, or they leave, or they're checked out thinking about little Susie's bicycle or something at Christmas time, right? So what we're really trying to do is to try to get these frontline leaders switched on, and we use that term switched on a lot because switched on kind of indicates something happens. There's a pause that takes place. People have to stop and think and really recognize real hazards and high hazards. So we wanted to, part of our Safety 360 program is actively caring. What does actively caring look like, and how do we measure that? That's a feeling, right? How do we measure what actively caring looks like? So this is one way we do that, but just as a singular question to the group is, what are your thoughts on this pre-task plan? Is this something that you think would be beneficial to a frontline leader? Anybody? And Christian, why do you think it'd be beneficial to a frontline leader? Oh, for sure it does. Yeah, definitely time saver for sure.
The supervision in at least at DPR, a lot of senior superintendents that were not tech interested, or they thought this was like a big tech thing. What they ended up telling us is they liked that they could see that everyone had skin in the game. So it wasn't a supervisor telling their crew has to come to the table with something, and that was a big surprise for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
How that switched on shows up at TD. So we took some of our foremen that were really great in this daily planning conversation. So we start asking them, what are they trying to accomplish with that activity? And what you'll find, there's probably a disconnect between what safety has told them they're there to do, manage this 3-column box of hazards, mitigation steps, and whatever you're working on that day in your planning steps. When we talk to them, and what this switched on looks like is they get the men ready. So they're trying to get close to them. They're trying to look them in the face, make sure everybody's energized, match my energy, set the stage and the tone for how we're going to kick off our morning. So that's another piece of that, getting them switched on, is just setting that tone for the day.
That's right.